Greetings purists, welcome back to the Chan, and let's get straight into it. My last video about Cody Rhodes against the corporate bloodline looks like maybe it might be true. I was worried after I made the video all week. I was watching, I was like, nah, this isn't gonna happen. They're gonna do Cena for sure, and I wasn't too happy about that, which made me think that I kind of would be into the idea of Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns 3. Maybe the corporate bloodline is alive and the resistance is coming. Let's get into it.
How do you like it? I'm a novice at this. I make a few mistakes.
Jushin Thunder Liger, the champion.
Okay, so Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns 3. Now, I thought for sure after I made my last video, you can go check it out here, I was pretty passionate about the idea of the corporate bloodline, like amassing its power, taking the title from Cody, and him building his resistance out of all the guys who've been saying, I told you so, Cody, and fighting back. And I thought it could be like all the way into WrestleMania 42. But if we are gonna go with Roman Reigns, I think I might be into it.
I'm into that shit.
So I thought for sure it's going to be John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. And there's a lot of people in there now. We got Punk, we got McIntyre, we got Seth Rollins, and now we have Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman came out on SmackDown, said Roman Reigns is going to be in the Rumble and that he wants his title back. And I got to tell you, I was not into the idea of Cena, like winning the Rumble and then going on to face Cody, babyface against babyface, and winning the belt. I think Cena chasing the belt even all year and maybe not getting it, like that's good. I want to see Cena like failing and having to keep trying, getting thrown out of the Rumble and the boos and like his face. He'll do his like Cena facials, like oh, like surprise or like disappointment, like all the acting lessons, John. Good stuff. But we all know what we're talking about. Cena's over-expressive facials of whatever emotion he's supposed to be feeling. But I can see Reigns winning, going all the way, and then somehow Punk being involved with his favor or whatever. I can't see how Punk's going to use his favor when it comes to him facing Gunther. And the idea floated here by John Cena's dad of Gunther taking on Cena, you know, I'm way more into that idea. I mean, it's like, you know, the foreign heel against the American Cena, but, you know, Gunther being like, I'm so good, I'm young, I'm the ring general, I know how to wrestle, you're just a goof. You are a bodybuilder who became a wrestler, and you're a goof, and your goofiness has made you famous. You're very good. You sold tons of t-shirts. Kids love you. You're now an actor. Congratulations. We should all be so lucky as to be as successful as you. But now, right now, 2025, this day and age, reality is I am the best, and you are nothing, and I will destroy you. And now I'd be into John Cena winning the title. I mean, who else is going to take it from Gunther? And he has really, like... He's kind of cooled off a little bit. I mean, taking on Jey Uso here coming up at Saturday night's main event. I love Gunther, but I feel like the IC reign was like intense, and the world title reign has not been intense. Here's what Cena Sr. said. I think that right now, and nothing against Cody Rhodes, I have nothing but good words for Cody. I just think that right now Gunther is at the peak of his career. He's the best of the best, and that's not taking anything away from Cody. Because certainly down the road, I'd love to see Rhodes against Gunther. Winner take both. Gunther versus Cena would be the match, and I think that's the person he should face. I'm all for John Cena taking on Gunther, and maybe the corporate bloodline. It's not The Rock like what I wanted. You know, I still think it should be The Rock in some fashion, but, you know, we don't really need The Rock winning the title. But if somehow his representative, his figurehead, his, you know, consigliere, his armadaman, his man Friday, if one of his people won, you know, we thought for a bit that his people were going to be Solo's bloodline, and The Rock was going to come out and be like, you know, yeah, I've installed all these guys and brought them in, and, you know, you failed, Roman, you lost the title, and I'm doing this now. But the whole year went by and nothing happened, right? So here we are, and The Rock was glad-handing him. A lot of people are saying that he was completely buried, which, like, if they don't do something with him fighting back against some sort of corporate entity that's led by The Rock in some fashion, and you know, having a throwback and talking about the fact that, you know, what was that shit on the Netflix debut? You're like, yeah, you know, what was I gonna do? Cause trouble on like the biggest night? I mean, you saw what it was all about. As a fan, we saw what it was about. Casuals, obviously, were brought in to a degree, and the corporates were all there. And look at all the people in the audience, the famous people. I mean, this was LA, right? Which is gone now, I guess, unfortunately. Condolences to everybody and everything going on down there, of course. But WWE skinned in and out and got the Netflix deal done with a lot of famous people there. So this was not a night specifically for the diehard wrestling fans. So, and Cody, basically can talk about that. Like, what was I going to do? And you're like calling me over in the back, and I can see you're all like lit up. What are they going to do? Start a fight with The Rock while he's lit up in the parking lot, and he just finished shaking the hands of Travis Scott, who is himself also lit up, I guess. I'm like, I don't know. That was a good Raw. I enjoyed that Raw on many levels. It wasn't meant to be specifically for the diehards and all the killer matches. We got that then next week with Penta. We'll talk about Penta's debut in my next video. But for now, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about Roman versus Cody 3, whether you'd be into the trilogy. Tell me what you think about Gunther taking on John Cena, whether or not that's palatable to you or you think that I'm completely crazy.
Oh, you crazy.
But speaking of crazy, anything could happen with the WWE. I mean, Malachi Black is believed to be finishing up with AEW. I mean, he could be on the scene by WrestleMania, and if Cody retained in some fashion, more Cody Black action would be great. Those matches in AEW, I mean, Cody needs to get his wins back, right? Those were great matches. I think Aleister Black is for sure like world championship material, and I've thought of that for a very long time. And I can see why McMahon wasn't into him. I don't think McMahon would have let this Penta thing fly in any fashion. I mean, he was in the ring with Shorty G, and he was a little bit shorter than Shorty G, so I don't think McMahon would have gone for it in many ways. So I'm very glad we are in the modern age of wrestling, and Malachi, Aleister, Lucivius Black may very well be the champion one day, and they could throw us a curveball, Rumble or anytime, between Mania, coming into Mania, interference, who knows? We're getting a little bit crazy.
There's that word again.
But we do have Punk with his favor, right? This is a real thing, and if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen with obviously Roman Reigns in some fashion, because that's the only person that Paul Heyman has any pull with, I guess. So who knows what's going to happen there? This is going to be very interesting. This is a great time to be a wrestling fan right now. And with AEW being, like, I don't want to say anything negative, like slapdash, like crazy. You never know what's going to happen with AEW. And for darn sure, if you got a sweet tooth, you are going to get your candy at AEW. So what a time to be alive. Thank God the competition has some real money now. TNA was great. We are glad they were there for all of that time, but imagine they had the billions that Tony Khan had this whole time. We would have had competition, real competition the whole time, or at least somewhere that guys could go, that WWE has to really make their careers worth it to them, because the money is bigger at the place that doesn't maybe satisfy your soul as much. Although guys like Adam Copeland look pretty darn satisfied out there throwing hands here at the end of their career, trying to get in those last dream matches and things they want to do, and to be, valued so much and get in there all the time. Probably wasn't happening at WWE. They were going to give him a Legends contract, have him slow down a bit. So there you go. Same reason that Randy Savage left in the end run for WCW. But what else are we going to talk about before we go? Quickly, I would love to see at WrestleMania as well, Bad Bunny, if it's gonna happen, dude, it's gotta happen against Mysterio Jr. And I don't mean Ray, I mean freaking Dominic. Let's kick that little fucker's ass. Oh, it would be great. So, hey, if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you. Once again, please like, subscribe. Let me know down below if you agree or disagree with anything I'm saying, and we will be back very soon. I think we're gonna talk about Penta. Everybody loved the debut, but I don't think it was as good as it could have been.